This is your host, Lewis. Today is January the 18th, 2019. Once again, if you haven't made any money so far this month, man, stick with us. Hopefully, we got some tips and tidbits here that's going to help you start the new year off right. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into this disclaimer. Disclaimer goes a little something like this. Any and all information that is shared with you by Forex Tech Magazine should be considered to be for educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing that's shared with Forex Tech Magazine should be considered to be investment advice. If you're in need of investment advice, then our suggestion to you would be to seek out the assistance of a licensed, competent advisor. And on that note, I'm going to get some water because I am thirsty, my friends. That's good. Today's going to be a pretty quick session. We're just going to go through some trades that we had on earlier this week and look at how they progressed. Unfortunately, I have a little bit of back pain right now, so I'm not able. I'm going to go lay back down, put a heat pad on, and lay back down. But I want to go through this with you real quick and show you guys some things about how you could have made some money if you were with us when we was going in on these trades. Now, this right here, because I used the Smart Trader platform, right, where I went in and hit this, and then automatically, once I clicked on the swing low, it automatically formulate where the D extension would be. I did my A, B, C, and then the D extension was here. We hit this within a day of putting on the trade, right? Then what happened? Price continued to go up, right, to a new swing high, right, which is right at our resistance point, right? And so then our C became our A, and then that new swing high became our B, and now price is pulling back looking for a C. Now, two things here. Price could either continue to pull back, looking for a C, or price could swing back below the A and do a complete reversal. It's moved up significantly since this original move up. And remember, we talked about this, how usually around the first quarter of the year, price is going to typically find its trend going for it for the first quarter. It's already 632 pips altogether from this initial swing up to the high. So it's a pretty big move overall. And right now, price is doing a little bit of a pullback. Now, that's not to say that price could not continue to push up. One thing, if you are going to be in this trade, one thing I'd probably recommend is I'd be looking for the U-turn to probably come around somewhere around here, possibly. Wait for it to push up past this resistance, because it's going to probably push up, pull back, push back up again. Push through, or pull back, push back through, pull back and push on to the D extension. If it continues up, you never know about these things. Let's click. But it does, for all intents and purposes, looks like that price is on the buy side of things now. Yep. Which is cool, which is what you want, right? It's on the buy side, so it's right here. Price goes soars, buying opportunity. So, what you gotta do is just be cautious with it, follow it. It is kind of a scary pair. Great Britain pound, the Zillion dollar. Great Britain pound, period, is my opinion, is a scary pair, but there's definitely some potential money to be made here within this trade. Okay. Let's see. What was the one we were in? Okay, so here's the one we were in yesterday, but we got out because we got bored. Same thing though, right? Price pushed up. Price came back down to the C. We got out somewhere around about here yesterday afternoon, just because we was like, I don't know, I'm just tired and bored and just tired of looking at things. It wasn't going as fast as the Great Britain pound and Zillion dollars. We just got out of it, and I got out of it at about $200-300 profit. Wasn't much, but I took it because I just wanted to get out of it, right? Even though I knew my fibs my D extension was here. I just decided to get out of it. And guess what happens? Right, within 24 hours, it presses up, hits the D extension, and then proceeds to come back down. So had I stayed in it, you know what? I would have started getting $300. I would have actually wound up getting, an additional, probably $2,000 or $3,000. So staying in the trade makes all the difference, my friend. Staying in the trade makes all the difference. Hold on a second. Doing a little bit of technical. Sorry about that. I had to go in and do a little technical stuff here. Anyway, staying in trade makes all the difference. Don't get bored like I did and lose out on potential money, but it's okay. I can go back and make that money again. And I didn't lose out on anything. It's just that I missed out on some opportunities because I got out of trade way too early just because I got bored of playing around with it. This one's Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. This one here, I didn't do a new fib off of that initial pull down that spike, the jump that we had earlier in the week after the vote. The reason why I didn't, because we were still, the market was still utilizing the original ABC pattern that was here previously, right? And what you'll notice is it actually completed that ABCD pattern, right? This is your A, this is your B, came down to your C, right? Which was still in the red, right? Came down to 0.236, right? And then it proceeded to press up to the D extension, which is at the 1.168, right? And it hit that earlier yesterday. Boom. So once again, that one hit. What's another one that hit? Boom, boom, boom. Aussie US dollar. Once again, this is the AB price ring. Now what you're going to notice is that some of these have just one Fibonacci sequence and some of them have several. And what happens is when I go in and I just hit the Fibonacci tool, right? What it allows me to do is allows me to go ahead and place my fibs on the page. But not only that, it also keeps recalculating once the target extension has been hit. It then goes in and recalculates the new, swing high, swing low, the new ABC possible D extensions for the pair. So that's the reason why you see these right here. This right here that's on the screen, because essentially initially what I did was this is the A, this is the B, this is the C, right? Price pull back, then it pressed up and hit the D extension, right? And once it did that, as you can see, price then proceeded to go down, right? And so now it's created a new A, which was the old C, and a new B, which was the old D, right? And now what we're doing is we're looking for the C, right? And based on where the C is going to be at, these three areas right here could be our D extension. It's either going to be up here, here, or here, right? This is where price is going to hit, and it's all going to depend on where price moves to, whether it stays here in the red, goes in the blue or the green, right? But right now would not be in this trade or any other Great Britain pound trade until price crosses over to the buy side. Remember we talked about that, right? That's the key component here. It has to cross over to the buy side, and once it crosses over to the buy side, then we have a signal to essentially get in and purchase. Right, so price crosses over here, boom, we're on the buy side. You go ahead and start buying, look for buying opportunities, and let price push up to the D extension. If it doesn't, stay out of it. and just enjoy watching the trade. Trade something else. That's a great thing about doing forex, man. You got so many different pairs you can trade. We've just been focusing on the Great Britain Pound pairs, but there's a ton of different things that out there that you can trade and potentially make money on. So don't be afraid to go out there and experiment. Don't be afraid to go out there and look. Buy different things that you can make money on. You just got to figure out which one you want to make money on. Okay? Which one you want to do it with. And the last one from the Great Britain pair is the Great Britain Great Britain US dollar, Great Britain pound US dollar. So it hasn't hit the D extension yet. It's come close, but it hasn't hit it, and that's just because there's been some pullback, some weakness in the dollar. If you look on a broad scale, so maybe the reason why it's having a hard time hitting that target. But for those of you that are in this trade, hopefully it should hit within the next 24 to 48. You're not too far off from it. Let's see where you're at. You're about 74 pips, so you're under 100 pips from it. Hopefully it's something that you can hit within the next, let's say, 24.72, 24.48, and get paid on it. Okay. Now let's look at our alternative trades. I call them alternative trades just because there's some things, because I got this live account that we're going to be trading off of with futures and options on futures. We're kind of restricted to the currency pairs that we can use, and one of the ones that we can use is the U.S. Canadian dollar pair, which this one right here is being kind of, I'm going to say erratic or whatever, but it's not the most cooperative pair at the moment. And I think what's going to happen with this pair, and we'll see, it's shaping up. A lot of these pairs just tend to, they shape up, and while they're in the process of shaping up, it's just a lot of erratic movement back and forth. This pair right here is definitely not something I would want to trade right now. Hasn't broken down to the sell side yet. Still up in the buy zone at the moment. So before you get into this right here, decide you want to short it, wait till it breaks to the sell side. And even for it to be in the buy zone right now at the moment, don't know if I do want to buy it. It's just not a lot of movement in it, right? So this right here is definitely a hold at the moment. Something we can watch, something we can look at, but not something necessarily want to get into. And you see what I mean right here? Like it's had a pretty good downward trend for a while, but then it crossed over into the buy zone over here. But it was a weak crossover. Price went up, pushed, it came back and retested the downward trend line, pushed back up, and now it's still moving downward. And all that means that, all that may mean is just that there's just a wider pullback area to this downward trend. Right? May have to go back and look at this right here and analyze it again, just and readjust some trend line on here. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna see. But one thing I'm thinking is gonna happen is that this price is gonna probably wind up breaking through this downward trend line, going back inside of it, and also the upward trend line getting below it. And if it does, or when it does, that's definitely going to be an opportunity to look at potentially selling this market. Okay. If you look over here, prices moving up, then you had a significant sell-off, and now prices move back down. So that's one of the reasons why we're selling off on this market. But like I said, once price crosses below this upward trending momentum here, okay, this could essentially be an A, B. We're looking at the C pullback, right? And then we need to reach or look at the B extension. That's why I'm still in favor of selling this market until I see something otherwise. But, we'll see what happens. Okay. And the last one we're going to look at here is the Australian US dollar. Once again, it had been, notoriously selling off since the earlier part of last year, actually, right? And then we get this huge spike and then price pushes back up, and now we got kind of a sideways motion going on. But you see right here, price pushed up, it's going up, and now it's moving down to the side. Remember what we talked about, to be able to get into a buy, right? What you have to do is cross over that counter trend line. And if you look right here, this is a swing high, and so it has to actually cross above here, which is about 22.19, 22.18, whatever have you. Actually 22.29, almost 22.30, before we look at getting into a buy into this particular market. Right? Which is not bad, but we're already in the market now, so that number is it's kind of arbitrary to us. But if somebody's new is looking to get into the market, that'll be the number that I'd be looking at. If you look at where we're at right now and how we progress up until this point, right? Coming off of that big spike down, right? We had an A, B, C movement, and this is the D extension, which we hit, and then we came in and put a new A, B, right? This is the C here, and our D extension, which is out to here, is where our target was initially at. Last Friday, we almost hit it, but for whatever reason was not able to penetrate that market. And so price then proceeded to move down from there. And then today, after there was some news that came out about the U.S. Treasury talking about relaxing some of the tariff conditions for the Chinese economy, or for the Chinese, then all of a sudden we had a spike up in this currency pair because of the optimism of, hey, you know what, this could be good. Because remember, the Aussie dollar is like a proxy for the Chinese yuan. So if China's economy is doing good, the Australian dollar is going to be doing good the Australian economy is going to be doing good because they are, a huge trading partner for that economy. So once again, what we're looking for here, if you're going to be new to this trade, and something you're just going to be now getting into, then you want to look for the price to cross above this counter's downward trend line, right? And then your price target is going to be right here. So it's not that much, room to make money off this. This is more so for myself. Looking at, hey, you know what, can't wait to price cross above this, because then I know we're going to be on target to hit our target, our take profit, and to get us out of this trade. Wasn't a lot of money to be made on this trade. I'm kind of disappointed because it's taking such a long time to go ahead and hit my take profit on this trade, which is kind of upsetting because I would much rather be in a trade like we were in the Great Britain Pound and Zen Dollar, which hit within 24 hours of us going in and placing it. That's the type of trades I like to make. But at the end of the day, money is money. I like making money, so if I'm making money on a trade, I am good, and won't, either or. All right, guys, listen, that's all I got for today. I'm going to go put this heat pad on my back and lay down because I am hurting. But hopefully you guys got something out of this today. Hopefully you were able to look at some of these currency pairs and see what I saw. And hopefully you guys are able to use that analysis, and you're going to be able to make some money in the upcoming days. Anyway, if you got any questions, get at us at questions@forwardstackmagazine.com or forwardstackmagazine@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Take care, and I will see you next time.